welcome back to my channel. So today I just want to share how I started this debt freedom journey. So as I mentioned in my previous video, I was sitting in heap of debt. We just couldn't manage, and what we started to do a lot of, which was not so good, we started borrowing from friends a lot, especially for transport. We started just falling behind as well with our rent. Somehow we never ever were evicted, but there were months where it was just so tough to even get the rent paid up. So in 2018, when I went back to work, so after my maternity leave, my son was born in Jan 2018. So after my maternity leave, when I returned to work, I really didn't like the fact that we were firstly struggling to pay off debt. We also now struggling to get transport going, because at times having money for transport was also like it would run out basically. So I just sat and I then thought, you know what, I really need to understand what it is that's coming in, and from what's coming in, what exactly, like in detail, what exactly is going out of the account, so that I know exactly what is left and what is at our disposal to use for anything else. So that's how the debt freedom journey started. Just sat down, wrote everything down, from money coming in, what was going out, also setting aside some money for transport over and above everything else that needs to happen. So it really started to help a debt freedom journey to begin. It started to help me in because there was some money set aside for transport. It's not running out as quick as it used to. It's not running out, yes, still, but at least it runs out at a later stage in the month, and it's not as bad, you know. And then we're able to cover some necessities as well, because we know what's in there, we know what's going out, you know. Also, what I then did was I started selling muffins at work just to have an additional income. So I'd buy the mixers, mix at home, and bake every evening. So in the evening, I'd make sure I'm baking so that I could sell the muffins. So that also helped a lot with being able to have that petrol money, because whatever I made there, putting it together, if the petrol does run out, at least there's that little extra money that's going out. I also started trying to sell go-slows in my complex that we stayed in. Okay, that didn't work so well, because at the complex they were starting to implement rules that we shouldn't sell anything. So that didn't work so well, so it didn't last. And then in terms of the muffin business, so unfortunately, because of our rent situation, we then took a tough decision that we need to move to a smaller place and a cheaper accommodation. So we moved to a smaller place February 2019. Smaller is cheaper, and so because of that, we moved to a place where it's prepaid electricity, so I couldn't continue the baking. So that stopped. But what really did help, like I say, is continually writing down, like having a clear view of what's going in, what's going out. And I believe maybe the fact that we now had a son was something that really encouraged me to get onto something stable, because it was not sustainable, running out of funds, not being able to get to work, getting stuck because there's no fuel, having to call around, losing a friend. I actually did lose a friend because she would help me out with cash and say, no, see me later. And then when she did actually need the money, I had not put anything aside to pay her. But nonetheless, because of starting this, writing down, selling, doing other things, the borrowing also did decrease at some point. Borrowing of money decreased, and as time went on, we'll keep sharing in this journey, but as time went on, I was able to also put down who do we owe, how much do we owe them, how can we pay them. So all these things. So the debt freedom journey, just how I started was by writing down every cent in terms of what is coming in, what is going out. Because at times we tend, as people in general, money comes in from your salary, you start spending, but you don't really know that what you are spending, was it actually allocated to, or was there extra money that was available for you to spend that thing. So writing it down way in advance sort of gives you an idea of, okay, this is how much I have extra to actually spend on something else, or this is how much so it also helps you know that, oh, okay, I don't have this money, I can't spend this now on the 25th, as much as money came in, or whichever day you get paid in any case. So debt freedom journey, writing down, I'd encourage everyone, write down a simple spreadsheet on your laptop, or if you're a person who likes to rather write down on paper, that too can work. You write down what comes in, you write down everything that has to be paid, maybe by name, you know what name you give it, to know that this is for this creditor, this is for this creditor, this is for this liability. And then you also write down every amount that actually goes towards that, and then you can have a reality check of, this is how much is coming in, this is how much is actually going out, and this is how much I actually have left. So that will really help you a lot. Some people say you set out a budget, but I think for me it's more of a spending plan, because but I think it's one and the same thing, or can be used interchangeably, but it's more of a spending plan because you know, you anticipate what is coming in, because obviously you have a contract at work, and you know what you're going to spend every cent on, and you know what you have remaining if you need to spend on something additional that might be a luxury. So that's it for this video. So I'd really, like I said, for this debt freedom journey, I'd really encourage you to write down what you get, what is going out, what is left, before it even hits the account. So you already know where the money should be going and where it is allocated to, and you already know before it hits the account that, okay, looking at, sometimes you must also include bank charges on that spreadsheet, or wherever you'll be writing down your spending plan, because bank charges are also something that hits us, but we'll talk about it at a later stage. Nonetheless, so before it hits your account, you actually sit and write it down, so that you know, okay, if my money hits the account on whatever day you get paid, if you decide you want to go to a restaurant, you already know at the back of your mind that I don't really have money to spend at a restaurant. You get what I'm saying? You already know if you want to buy that coat or whatever for winter, you know already, because it's already written down prior to the money hitting your account, that I might not have it, or maybe I do have it and I can afford to spend on this. So that's the encouragement I have for you on this debt freedom journey that we are on together, or for those who are listening to be encouraged. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click on that notification bell. We will get to that healthy net worth as we go on our journey.